Greetings everyone, greetings and welcome. My name is Slayheim, and today we're going to be taking a look at Zepla's new video called Level New Jobs Fast and Endwalker Prep. Now, I've been playing Final Fantasy XIV since the 2.0 re-release of the game. I spent the most time with A Realm Reborn, but I was around for Heaven's Ward and a little bit of Stormblood as well. I've been relatively quiet during Stormblood and Endwalker. Shadowbringers rather, but I'm so excited to jump into Endwalker when that is released, and just been kind of hanging around doing some deep dungeons, so I'm a bit out of the loop, and I thought this would be fun to check out and react to, and this will hopefully catch me up a little bit. So let's check it out. Let's see what Zepla has to say.
Buns, we are 1 week away from Endwalker Early Access, and there is a lot of stuff that you can actually do right now to make sure everything goes smoothly. So I'm going to be covering lots of different
Good,
ways
yeah.
that you can prepare for ultra fast leveling of the new jobs Reaper and Sage. I myself do plan to go through the Endwalker main story as a Reaper, and so that means I need to...
I'm gonna just kind of pause it here and there as I go along. Now, I do have most of my jobs. My tanks are almost 80. My healers are almost 80. That's primarily what I play. I should have started with that. I play Paladin and White Mage exclusively, but I'm dabbling in some other stuff. So I'm kind of just leveling my DPS jobs. My tanks I'm doing in Deep Dungeon, so I'm just gonna get that as I go. Just a couple more levels there, but all my DPS jobs I need to do some work, and I know that they will reset the levels soon for the stat crunch, so I kind of want to get ahead on that.
Leveled up fast, very quick. I'm also going to give some general prep tips for Endwalker even if you're not going to level up the new jobs right away.
Sweet.
Basically, we got something for everybody in this video. This is a video I'm partially making just for myself, my own personal use, because there's a ton of stuff that I've listed here that
That's
I will
useful.
be doing myself.
It's good to talk it out
I want to
sometimes.
share that with you. Just make sure we all have our little Moogles in a row for the new expansion. So first up, some leveling tips for Reaper and Sage. Right now, you can go to Ralger's Reach and you can spend Poetic Tombstones on augmented scaving gear. That's maiming for Reaper or healing for Sage. You can get this in Ralger's Reach here at this NPC. And though, don't buy the belt. Do not buy the belts because belts are going away in Endwalker. I don't know how we're going to keep our pants up though.
That's actually a really good point. Ralger's Reach was like the main game hub, I should say, or end game rather, for Stormblood. So when you were maxed out level 70, that was like the place to hang out and get your tome gear. So that's a really good point. So tomestones can be used to exchange for the like healing and maiming stuff. So that'll be nice. And I'm guessing Reaper will be tied to Dragoon, so that'll be interesting to see. I have like a level 77 Dragoon, so that's kind of something what I'm working on. I usually level Monk and Dragoon, so that is something to do because I think my tomes are capped. So good to know. Good to know.
I guess if you're a Viera, you can just button them up. You are also going to want to save up 600 poetics in the event that they add the weapon here to this
Oh,
vendor,
yeah, okay.
Weapon. They
That'll be
probably
good.
will do that for Sage and Reaper, but just have those 600 poetics ready in case.
Yeah, because I'm assuming that
good stockpile gear from different.
I'm assuming that those jobs will start at 70, right? So once you unlock it, it'll be 70. I think that's what they'll do.
Shadowbringers dungeons, or get several crafted sets ready for 71 through 80. That might be worth it if you plan on dungeon spamming with a pre-made group that can just skip all the queues, because I imagine that there might be a shortage of tanks. Plenty of healers and DPS, maybe not so many tanks. Have level 3 FC XP buffs ready. Now, if you have no idea how to activate those for your FC, I would recommend you check out this blog post. I'll put a link to it in the description box down below.
Dude, I've been in a free company for years, and they're all kind of on a hiatus right now, so I'm hoping someone does activate the XP bonus. My plan is just to level my main job first and do the main story stuff first, but that helps. It adds up, man. It adds up.
From the Astral Flames blog. This is an excellent guide explaining exactly how to set up the XP buffs for your FC. It can be a little complex, so I would recommend you check it out if you have no idea what you're doing. An alternative that I'm personally going to be using is the Squadron Battle Manuals. You get these from your Adventure Squadron, assuming you have unlocked that feature from your game
Oh,
company. You can send
yes.
your
I've
squadron
been
out on
dabbling a
missions,
little bit
and they
with this.
can bring some of these back. I already have stocked up quite a few of these, and it's a 15% XP buff that is just as good as the rank 3 FC XP buff. Make sure you
Oh,
have your
very
Endwalker
useful.
pre-order earring ready
Very
for the
useful.
XP buff from that. If you don't have that, you can use the Bajja earring instead. And make sure that you are fully rested and you have food ready to go so you never lose that food XP buff. I will probably not do a
A
lot
good
of
point to
dungeon
pay
spam
attention to that
personally, but
stuff.
instead blast up to level 80 in the Bajan Southern Front. Now, XP buffs, like I mentioned before, do not work in Bajja, but that's okay because it already gives pretty bonkers XP. Like, it's going to be extremely efficient leveling method. And if you don't know about Bajja at all, this is an in-game zone that will sync your item level and gear stats up to level 80 stats. And it's
Dude, honestly, I liked Eureka. I haven't gone all the way through. I haven't done Baldessian Arsenal yet, but I didn't enjoy Bosja as much. I don't know if I'll get around to doing it. I'm not sure if I have time. We're about a week away from the expansion, so I may have to revisit that at another point.
super
But good
duper
to know.
efficient
Good to
leveling
know.
method. Like, there's gonna be so many people in here whenever the expansion launches. You do need to be level 71 to enter, and you need Shadowbringer's story completion. There's a lot of other stuff that you need to do to unlock it. If you haven't done it already, I would get to it quick because
Yeah,
there's
exactly.
quite a bit you need to do. I'm gonna put it all
It's
here
very
on
long,
screen, and
yeah.
if you want to see what the requirements are, you can just pause to read through them all and make sure you got everything done. Wondrous Tales. So this is a really hot tip. This is a hot tip.
Man, by the way, I keep forgetting to do the Wondrous Tales every week, and I realize that it gives you such a huge chunk of weekly experience. That's something I've prioritized doing, and just doing like my lowest job to get that big chunk for it. But yeah, that's really good to do as well.
Tip, okay? So pay attention. This thing gives a lot of XP, and basically all you have to do is go to this little girl and be her hired assassin. So like
Hired assassin. That's a good point.
after you unlocked it, you need to unlock this feature. Keeping up with Aliopose is the quest, not Alshire. And she will show you who to kill. With these pictures on the side of the book, you can easily solo unsync a lot of these. Like
Yeah, I usually just spam Garuda when I do it.
Main level 80 job. You can then use the retry button to redo
Yep.
something that you've already
That is such a pro
done,
tip.
so you can get another
Such a
sticker
pro
for it.
tip.
Here you can see I did one level 80 dungeon. I got one sticker for it, but if I want to do level 80 dungeon again to get
Ooh,
another
the grape
I can
sticker.
retry, and then I can do so. The goal here is to get 9 stickers, and once you have 9 stickers, you can turn the book in for a buttload of XP.
Yes.
You get a new Wondrous Tales book every week, and once you have a book, you can keep it for 2 weeks. So what this means is, assuming you have early access for Endwalker from the pre-order, you can go get the book right now, the book that came out this week, get all 9 stickers, but
Damn
don't
it.
turn it in yet.
I already did it.
Wait and return it in turn it in as a Sage or Reaper on December
No, I
3rd.
get you. That's a great point.
You'll then be able to get another book for that week and finish that one too before the next weekly reset, which means a ton of XP very, very fast. If you don't have early access, well, you could just prepare the Wondrous
Very
Tales
clever.
book that's
Very,
coming out
very
next
clever.
week to turn in after the official launch, but basically this is what I am going to be doing. Next, prepare your challenge log. Now, this one might be a little difficult if you play a lot because some of the entries you might just accidentally finish from normal play.
Man, I hate it when that happens.
Access, once your challenge log resets next week, so this is a thing that resets.
I hate not paying attention to the challenge log and completing it on a level 80 job accidentally when I'm not paying attention. That's pretty much what I do though. Like I do the challenge log, I do the Wondrous Tales, and just spam my deep dungeon, you know?
Sets every single week with the weekly reset. So once it resets for the week of November 30th, you want to get some of these to almost done, but not quite. Okay, so
Oh, very clever.
This one at 2 out of 3. Dungeon
very,
Master,
very
you'll want
clever.
at 4 out of 5. For the Fates one, you'll want this at 9 out of 10. And You could do the get the guild has ones ready. The player commendation one, get that to 4 out of 5. Just keep a close eye on it because then once early access comes around, you'll then be able to log in on Reaper and Sage and do like one duty roulette dungeon, get a ton of XP, do one. Well, that will count towards your dungeon master. Do one player commendation and you get a lot of XP, and do one fate. So you will just like rack up a whole lot of XP really
Yeah,
quickly because you
that's a
prepared
good
it
point.
beforehand. So I'm
Yep.
definitely going to be doing this. Pixie Beast Tribe quests. So go unlock these now if you haven't done so already because
Oh
they
my
give
god, the beast
insanely good
tribes.
XP and
Oh my
just
god, the
takes
beast
like a
tribes.
minute to do.
I have not done them,
It'll
man.
make you level up quick. You will also want to go and pick up side quests. Now
I
this is
started
probably
doing Heaven's
optional
Ward
because we don't
ones,
know
and
how
I'm
much
kind of
side quest XP
stopped
can be
there.
buffed. I did hear that it would be buffed, and since I have absolutely nothing better to do, I will be filling up my journal with as many Shadowbringers side quests that I skipped as possible. I will finish them, but I will not turn them in until after Endwalker Early Access, and then I will hop on Reaper, turn them all
Oh, very
in order
clever
to
too.
Reaper reward. So
Very
moving right
clever.
along to general
Yes, can't wait till
Endwalker
the moon.
preparation. So this is less about.
This is the part that I was kind of the most interested in. So far I'm following along pretty good. You know, it's not my first rodeo here. But this is the part that I'm very curious, the general Endwalker prep. Let's see it. So far I love it. I love the video. I've been watching more and more of Zepla stuff. She's pretty cool. She's pretty cool. What a gem in the community, you know?
Power leveling Reaper and Sage, and more about just smart things to do to prepare
Smart
for the
things.
expansion. So first of all, think about spoiler protection methods for yourself, both in the game and out.
Exactly. Here's my plan. This is a really good point. Just do the main story. Just focus on your main job. Do your stuff every day. Play the game at your own pace, but you know, you're always going to run into people that I mean that's inevitable, I guess, in this day and age. Because there's always going to be people that know life the game. I kind of want to touch on this at the end, but there's people that have like taken off work. There's people that are just in school or just at home. Like they have a lot more time than you. So they're going to play this for like 16 hours a day, if not more. There's going to be like level 90 players within hours probably. And, literally like hours of the release. I wonder if that's a possibility. So just I don't know. That's my plan, is just to stick to my main job and get through it. And then from there kind of start unlocking stuff and working on my alt jobs. But let's see it.
Outside the game, be wary of shout or yell chats. Maybe switch your chat to the battle tab. I always do that whenever there's new story content, just to completely protect myself.
Oh, great idea.
Busy, so I cannot be whispered by random trolls.
Great
Titles
idea.
in the past have sometimes been a little spoilery, so maybe turn off titles for now. I would
Oh,
also stay
great
off
point.
social media as much as possible.
Great point.
But
Yeah, exactly.
there might be spoilery titles or thumbnails on YouTube videos. Like if there's a big character death, everybody's going to be talking about it, and I feel like that's going to be very difficult to avoid. So just stay away from social media, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, unless it's my channel, of course. You should only watch my channel. Mine is the only safe channel. I'm kidding, but I will give spoiler warnings anytime that I'm going to be talking about spoilery stuff, which I probably will after the expansion comes out, because there's going to be a lot to discuss. If you want to turn into a bunny boy for Endwalker, you want to use your Fantasia before the servers go down, so that way you can immediately log in.
I'm a Hure for life, by the way. Hure
Yet how your bunny boy
for
should look,
life.
consider downloading the benchmark, where you can go into the character creation screen for Male Vieira, and you can save that appearance data and use it on launch. You should clean up your inventory. You can refer to my bag cleanup guide.
Hure for life.
For that, but
oh, the inventory cleanup.
if it can go in the
Thank you for reminding me.
Make sure you're using your Chocobo saddle bag. Go through your glamour dresser. Organize your retainers. Clean out everything. Though I know how hard it is. Like my glamour dresser is at max capacity right now. I have no idea. I don't know what to do. Get your retainers leveled up if you can. Definitely don't buy new retainers just for extra glamour space. I won't be doing that. Finish leveling things up, or at least
I got
push
an extra
yourself
retainer. I got
literally into the
3.
next level, because there is going to be that mid-level XP reset. I'll put a link to the lodestone post that explains all of that in the description box. But basically, if you are through a level, like if you're halfway through a level, the expansion will reset you to the start of that level. All the XP is going to be reset to the start of levels. So make sure that you are at the start of levels so you don't lose a ton of XP when the expansion comes out. The Moogle Tombstone event will end with Endwalker's official launch, so make sure that you get everything you need from this event before maintenance for 6.0. If story is a big priority for you, I would recommend that you do the Coils Raids story, at least unsynced, so you can see all those
Yes.
cutscenes, because it's bound to be relevant in 6.0.
Yes.
Also recommend doing the Omega Raids story. You can do
Oh
that in
man,
Game Plus.
such good
I'm currently
raids.
doing that, and I
That's
can
a great
already see
point.
that there's a lot of stuff that will definitely be relevant. As for the economy, like guild making tips, because of the huge numbers of people that are going to be doing the Bajan Southern Front, all the loot from there will become much cheaper. All the prices will drop because of the huge supply that's going to be suddenly injected into the market. So if there are rare mounts that you have from the boxes, or rare hairstyles, or other rare loot, sell it now. I would recommend either you sell it now, or you expect to hold on to it for a long, long time. If you want rare stuff from the boxes, like the mounts and things like that, wait to buy until after the expansion is out, because those prices are going to plummet. Okay, so stonks. Also, Unreal Trials are going to be going away until patch 6.1, so all of the rare loot from Unreal Trials that you buy with faux leaves will go up in price, because there will no longer be a way to get faux leaves until patch 6.1, so keep that in mind for buying and selling of that Unreal Trial loot. Do get a set of fresh, crisp, level 80 gear ready for the job that you want to do the Endwalker main story on. You can just drop some tombstones on it here in Yulemore. And actually, while we're on the subject of tombstones, keep in mind that some of the scripts and tombstones will be changed. I'll put a link to the lodestone post that goes
Interesting.
over all that. Pretty much the
Interesting.
same stuff that happens every single expansion cycle, to cycle out the old tomes and bring in the new tomes. So if you still have Phantasmagoria tomes sitting in your currency tab, you want to get rid of those. So that just about wraps things up for all of the main things that I would definitely do before the expansion, stuff that I'm going to be doing. Like, as soon as this video is done, I'm going to start like getting all my side quests ready, getting my Wondrous Tales ready. Is there anything else that you think is really important in the preparation for Endwalker that I didn't mention here? If so, please let me know in the comment section down below so other people can see it, and it might be helpful to us all. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked this video, and if you did, please consider supporting the channel on Patreon or on Twitch. You can also support the channel for free just by clicking the subscribe button, or by sharing this video with your fellow warriors of light. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Awesome. Thank you, Zepla. Thank you. That was very, very good and informative. I enjoyed that a lot. The main takeaway for me personally is I totally forgot about the inventory thing. I literally, even like today, I barely have room for what my retainers are bringing me. So I'm going to go log in right now actually and clean up my inventory. I have so much stuff. I kept all of my raid gear that I earned. I know now that you can get it no problem, but my gear that I earned is like I'm very sentimental. I'm very nostalgic, and I kind of remember certain points in my life, or like people that I raided with. So I kept that gear, and I don't know, like I kept all of my coil gear, which is a great point that she made, by the way, too, is to finish the story of the Binding Coil of Bahamut. It is a fantastic story, and it is true that it ties into like the actual main game. Um, but I kept all my gear, so all my glamour stuff and retainer stuff I need to go through. I have crafting materials from our Realm Reborn. I have copper ore that I mined. I have stuff that you can just buy now for basically nothing. So I need to go through and make some space and get ready. Now as far as like getting all your stuff lined up to where you can get a bunch of mass experience like through side quests, Wondrous Tales and all that, I kind of missed out on that, but I'm not gonna be leveling Reaper, so it's not that big of a deal to me. But you can do that on other jobs, and that's a great way even too. Like yeah, you just instantly get ahead day one, massive XP, fully rested, all that stuff. Like makes sense. But me personally, I I work for a living. I don't have so much time. I'm going to go at my own pace. I plan to maybe get there in a week or two and just kind of go from there, start unlocking stuff. Ideally, I'd like to get there the first week and then cap my, um, like cap for that week, cap the tomes, and then go into the next week looking good. But who knows? We'll see. Anyway, I really enjoyed the video. That was very helpful and informative. Well put together, and love the camera too. Very good quality. But that's all I got. I enjoyed it a lot. Take care, everyone, and I will see you in Endwalker.